Well, this seems to be putting a little bit of a damper on my day today. You can hear thunder in the background. Okay, change of plans. Yep, living in the desert, just at any time, this is what happens. Big dark cloud overhead. All right, you know what? We're gonna cook inside.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. The food here is outrageous. Tom Garvey, the keto cook, makes foods without a hook. Sit right back and watch him cook.
All right, as you've seen outside, we're getting ready for a big storm. So what I was planning on doing, I was going to be making spare ribs, okay? They had a great price at the last Winco that I went to. I got 4 of these for $25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out. We're going to have to cook them inside. So I got the oven set at 300, but I'm going to do it in an unconventional way. I'm going to do the ribs in the oven, but then it's going to be the sauce that I'm going to be making that you wouldn't think, well, would that work together? Let's cook. All right, without blinding everybody, I have these Reynolds they're little strips. I think they are 14 inch by 10 and a quarter. So they fit in these pans really nice. I'm putting them in here because I don't want to have too much of a mess when we clean it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little rack right here, okay? And I took a couple of them sheets, and I just put them up in here just to keep the ribs up off of the bottom. These are the way I packed them away. Now, a lot of people take that membrane off. Today I'm going to leave it on, and I'm going to tell you why in a little while. I'm not trimming anything off it. What's on here is on here. Also, this is the end where most people take the St. Louis rib and they square it up, take this piece off. I'm cooking everything one piece today. I had to cut these in half to store them. That's the only reason why they're cut in half. So what I'm going to do is maybe that piece right there I'll take off. And what I'll do is this is going to go into the pan. I'm going to season them up. Now, the seasoning only going to be Tommy Spice. Now, Tommy Spice is granulated garlic, granulated onion, coarse black pepper, and kosher sea salt. And that's what I'm going to be using it on here today. That's my go-to. And I'm going to just season these up here a little bit. Now, mind you, the oven is set at 350. So these are going to go low and slow. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that they get cooked through all the way, because I'm going to finish them probably in my wok, but with a different type of sauce, okay? It's not mind-blowing or anything like that. It's just something different. And then just to show people that you can change things up. You don't have to always worry about using some kind of barbecue sauce or something like that. So I'm going to leave that on there. And okay. Switch spots here. Now I'm going to put this one right in here. And this meat I'm going to put right here. Now this side is probably going to cook a lot faster than this side, so I'm going to be watching what's going on with it. So rack is up off the bottom, let all the juices go on there, because once I take the tinfoil out of the bottom, I'll be able to use the drippings from that pork, from the ribs itself, and start making the sauce. You're going to love this.
Fire up the pit, ribs are ready to hit. Oh no, the sky just opened up, rain and wind, it seems it's not going to quit. Fire up the oven, we're not making muffins. The rain and wind won't give me a chase today. Recipe is ribs franchise. Let's cook.
Okay, if you can guess right now what I'm making, the sauce I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be making a franchise sauce. But I'm going to do it in a little bit different way. First of all, I don't have any white wine. So the twist is I'm going to be using some sherry wine. It gives it a nice flavor, nice taste. So what I have is I have some garlic, actually 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, a little bit of lemon zest, some sliced up lemons, a couple lemons at the ends here to squeeze in, some scallion or green onion, also some fresh parsley I'm going to put in there, and also finish it off with some green onion. So let's get making the sauce. Okay, I've got some butter in the pan like normal. Also I'm going to be adding in just a tad of olive oil. Now one thing I want to show you, okay, really nothing to it. Ribs, okay, bland looking, no sauce on it, no other seasoning other than Tommy spice, salt, pepper, garlic and onion on here. All right, this is all going to get sliced up and then I'm going to put it in, add it to the sauce. So let me just get this. Just get that up and going. Okay, so what I'm going to add is I'm going to season the pan. I always season my pan this way. I'm sure the sauce is going to touch every rib that I have in there. I'm going to put that over here like that. Now, first up, garlic. Put that. Now, as soon as you start smelling it, you can start adding in the other components. Now, what I want to do right off the bat here is I'm going to add a little bit of lemon to it. Okay. Get some of the residuals left here. A bit more butter. Okay, the air is getting filled with the garlic. I'm going to add in some of this green onion, scallion, in there. Now, if you watch my channel, you know I use this stainless steel wok all the time, and the sides seem to get hotter than the bottom. So you got to keep everything moving so you don't burn anything with that. Now, I'm going to add in some of the sherry. And I'm going to get it hot enough, burn off some of the alcohol. Well, the aroma is unbelievable. Squeeze a little bit more lemon in here. I'm going to add in lemon zest. A little bit of the fresh parsley. Boy, I tell you what, this is smelling really, really good. Now I want to lower the heat, because what I got to do now is I got to cut up some of the ribs. Okay, cut up the ribs, turn the sauce back on again. These are, I mean, really, really nice. Pull off the bone, okay? Not too, got a nice bite to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start adding in some butter into the sauce to start to thickening it up. Now, like I said in the past, if you had any avocado, I'm going to turn it down because you don't want it to break. If you had some avocado, frozen avocados you could use as a thickener. I'm just going to use this very light simmer here, just adding in some butter to get that flavor. Now this is totally, totally different than making any kind of barbecue sauce. Nothing wrong with it, okay? But you want to change the pace a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding in some of these ribs. And like I said in the beginning now, I didn't take that membrane off the back of it, okay? Because this is going to hold it all together. I want these pretty tender. If I wanted it to, have any kind of seasoning, any kind of rub that I put on it, then I would take the membrane off. But being I just salt and peppered it, salt, pepper, and garlic, a little Tommy spice, now I want that all on there to hold it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower, actually shut it off. I'm going to add in the rest of these little bit of ribs right here, and we're going to get ready to plate this. Okay, final steps, get all the ribs in here. There again, you don't want it too hot because you want the butter to actually melt into the sauce. You don't want the butter to break. In other words, the water from the oil, it'll break. We don't want that. This is right here. This is just right now the right consistency that I want. You can make it a little thicker if you want, just by adding butter into it. This is such a great flavor between the sherry, the lemon. It all comes together. All right, let's plate this. Okay, it is time to dig into this. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get some of this sauce. Pour the sauce up over top of it. I mean, the aromas are, I always say this, but I'm telling you, from the bottom of my heart, this is fantastic. You can gourmet it up a little bit with your ribs. I should have put these in maybe some different cups. But you get the idea. Well, I can't wait to sit down for this one. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a nice oven roasted ribs, and I got to tell you, looked at it real quick, and this, let me show you here. Looks like it has a little bit of a smoke ring to it. Now, how the heck did that happen? Okay, when you cook ribs like this in the oven at its even temperature, you will get that panking on it. Let's give this a try. Wow, wow, wow. All right, everybody, I can't talk no more. I got to go eat. Hit that like, subscribe button. See you next Wednesday. Tom Garber, the Keto Cook. Take care, everybody.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. The food here is outrageous. Tom Garby, the Keto Cook, makes foods without a hook. Sit right back and watch him cook.